Oh, not glass. Oh, morning. And what an awesome evening that was at Mungo. Man, just going to wander over, make myself look beautiful. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work. Anyway, we'll pack up. We'll head off towards Balranald and beyond. I was a little bit slower to pack up this morning, but that's no big deal. We are ready to go. So come on, Black Betty, do your thing. As you always do. Quick check around. Yeah, they don't need to be overly tight. That's good, that's good. I think we're good to go. Yep, I agree. Let's see if this clutch makes that bit of a squawk. No, not this morning. Well, this is obviously the Mungo Lodge where I've chosen to stay. We'll wander down past the campground, which I think is, I don't know, $8 or $10, maybe more. We'll go and have a look at that and see what that's like in comparison, because in reality there's not much difference in it. Shower and toilet here, that's a big thing. I mean, I could go without, but for an extra couple of bucks I can keep a little bit human. Thank you very much, Mr. Mungo Lodge. Right, assume the position. Let's go check out this campground. What's the time? Almost 10 to 8. So I'm in no hurry. I don't need to add to the roadkill.
Mobile phone 1 connected.
That's what I wanted to hear. At least I know I haven't left my phone back there then. Oh, this is a campground in here, I think. We'll just have a quick look around. Again, very tidy, fire pits, tables. Oh yeah, I'd be happy to stay here too, and actually in some regards it may be a little bit nicer, a little bit grassier. Where I was just dust. So yeah, next time I think I'd stay here. Great place to base yourself. Yep. This is the place to be. Oh, Mungo Lodge is fantastic, and probably if you weren't self-contained, as in tents or camper or caravan, that's the place to go. But yeah, the campsites here are obviously all dead flat, but yeah, besides the shower, you've pretty much got everything. So this is where I'll be staying next time. Balranald, 148. So 248 k's in total. We should piss that in. And like I said, I'll be just taking it easy, just to make sure I don't add to the roadkill. But I do have to go fast enough to be able to plough through the sand, because it's still quite sandy through here. But speaking to a few of the people last night, they said they come up this way and they said it's only about 40k of dirt, and then it goes to bitumen. So, and that'll be, well, a fair bit of the dirt travelling, just about over. But I'll try and pick the odd dirt track where I can. Emu's up here. She's not going to leave her chicks. Come on, off you go. Don't you run back. Don't you run back, silly bugger. Yeah. GoPros, they've improved. What's this one? I've got a couple of the 11s. They're not bad, but my God, they're still far from perfect, aren't you? Still far from perfect, but aren't we all? coming, and up, more straights. He's cruising. What's going on here? Get past him. Thanks, bud. Big units. This guy in the Ram, he's on a bit of a mission. "25 k's short of Balranald. Just cruising. Let's find some fuel. How many k's I end up doing? $214 plus a 20 odd, so 240. If I'd done that 60k loop, yeah, probably would have had enough, but plus my 1.5 litre in the back. But better to be safe than sorry. Right, time to go and get a feed. Well, that was a lovely meal at the Discovery Centre, Balranald, just down the road from the Ampole. Eggs Benedict, hard to go wrong. Anyway, we're going to saddle up now and head off to Swan Hill and most likely camp along the Murray somewhere. Let's see how far Swan Hill is. Let's do it. Everything buckled up. Yep. Nothing coming. Right, I love the little town actually. From what I've seen of it. Yep, another decent caravan. Tell you what though, it's about the most amount of people I've seen going away. Once you get off road, I definitely haven't seen hardly any guys on adventure bikes. Well, not where I've been anyway. What's the temp? Feels good. 26 degrees. Murrumbidgee. Oh, it's got a bit of water in it, as has everything at the moment. Tooleybuck, 49 k's. Okay, looks like about 11 k's to Swan Hill, the mighty Murray. Some of these old structures, these old bridges are just brilliant. Thanks mate. This'll do me right here. John's Bend, 13 kilometres east from you. 4 ratings, 5 stars. So we might start off with that one, give it a crack, see if it's worth staying at. Well, I'll be buggered. First adventure bikes that I've actually caught up with. Looks like a GS in front of me. Might just pull up here a little bit, get a couple of cold cans of soft drink, chuck in me backpack for tonight, And I don't know if I've mentioned, I probably have, but I've got about enough food in this left hand side here for about 2 or 3 days. Got my jet boil, the whole lot. So I'm going to use one of those meals for the night. Well, that's the plan at this stage. Let's see where these blokes have been. How are you, mate? Yeah, good. Where you been? All right. Triumph, not a Beamer. Sorry, Mr. Beamer. I think they're doing the Menindee Lakes have come back the different way. Well, I've got my drinks, but I'm always changing my plans, and I've decided to go on a little bit further than just out of Swan Hill, because I'll probably head home tomorrow in one go. So I'm going to head down to Kundruk, Barham, and see if I can find a decent spot to camp along there. It's about another 60 k's. It's only 10 past 12, so just want to cruise in, set up camp, go over the bike, and I may even just talk a little bit about what I've done to the bike in the time I've had it. I can assure you there's been a few things I've put on, taken off, changed around. So yeah, if it helps anyone else set up their Tenere or any other bike, hopefully it might help. So onwards to Kundruk. Just going through Lake Boga, 41 k's to go. I'm not going to bore you with all the highway riding. I probably already have. But anyway, 40 k's to go. We'll have a look, see what the camp's like. If it's no good, we'll continue on. It's still only early, it's only 20 past 12. We are coming into Kerrang. Turn my music down. Loddon River. Again, no shortage of water. Rightio. I just want to reassess. It's a constant reassessment with me. I just keep thinking things through as I'm cruising along. Oh, will I go a little bit further? Will I do this? You just don't know until you get there. So I'm just going to, actually it tells me to go straight up. So I'll go through here just in case I do keep going to Kundruk. But it's a magic day, 23 degrees, very light winds. We'll have a cruise through Kerrang. Yeah, I'm going to pull over up here and reassess here. It's the word for the day, reassess. What's that, 2 words? That'll do me right in the shade. Righto, more change of plans. I've decided to keep going. Again, it's only early, it's 10 to 1. I'm going to head towards Moama. And again, I say, I'm going to try and find a camp there. This is part of the adventure. Let's do it. It's too nice a day to stop riding, to be honest with you. It's absolutely perfect. It was perfect until I lost my goggles. Hold on. Where'd they go? Here they are. Come back, you mongrels. Oh, got someone on my ass. Yeah. So let's just class this as adventure riding 101. Yeah, constantly changing the plans. That's all part of the adventure. So Moama, or that direction, is where we're going. If I can get my goggles on. Right, we're good to go. Let's do it. Where's it taking me? see where we end up. That wasn't a bad little cut through actually to Leachville. And now we'll just head up here, turn back on the main road off to Echuca. What's it say? We're getting there probably around about half an hour. I reckon by then I will have had enough, but I've been enjoying the riding that much. That's what I've just thought, well, why I am. Well, it's not windy, not too hot, not too cold. Just take it in, take it all in. Righto, back to the job at hand. Bendigo, Echuca Moama. Let's go and check it out. We'll have a break up here. Definitely coming close to the end of the day of riding as far as I'm concerned. I could keep going. Yeah, I could definitely keep going, but what's the point? Let's have a bit of a look here. Hello. Plenty of good spots here. Let's just check out these gums. I've set up my camp. I'm just going for a bit of a wander. It's a beautiful day, about 24 degrees now. It's a perfect opportunity to talk about how the bike's gone and how I've set it up, what I've changed, what I've altered, what I've taken off, put back on, the whole lot. But in the end, what a machine it is. And for me, someone probably around the 90 kilos, maybe a little bit more with rider gear on, it's a perfect machine, and realistically I haven't had to do much to it. It's got about 15,000 Ks on it, or it will have by the time I get home. Right, let's see how we go here. Just some of the locals have rocked up going for a swim. Good luck to them, but it might get a little bit rowdy. Anyway, first of all, working from front to back, adjustable screen or adjustable brackets for the screen. Bit of a game changer really, especially on the long high speed rides. I find it roughly in the half height position, spot on. Not going to go into brands, but you definitely want a headlight protector. I like the actual plastic, complete plastic one. I haven't touched the front forks except for the clickers. It's been fine for me. A couple of extra spotlights, which I'll go through in a minute, exactly how I've wired them. Right on. As a speedboat comes up the river. And a skier, good luck to them, it's all happening. It's all happening tonight. Maybe not the ideal location to do this, but if it doesn't sound too good, I'll do it again at home and just go through it. All right, one change here is originally I took the stock tyres off straight away within the first 100 Ks. I had a Rel Z, Motos Rel Z on the front. Now I've gone for the Dual Venture. Rel Z is definitely better off-road. Dual Venture, as expected, not as good off-road, but it's a better all-rounder, far better all-rounder, and a lot quieter on the road, and it doesn't transfer as much sort of high pitch vibration through your handlebars. Not that you get a lot, but as it wears out you will get more. Right, moving right along, giant little bags on each side here. On this side I've got tubes, tyre levers and anything else that'll go in there related to tyre repairs. Tank bag, I've had this on a few bikes, and this is actually the Giant Loop Fandango. Fantastic bag, I could not recommend that enough. Little Enduro stand bag on the front here, handlebar bag. Runs a little drone in there. That's a Mini 3 Pro, and you'll also get the GoPro dual battery charger in there. Righto, moving right along. Alright, now, I know this is a contentious issue for a lot. The Camel rear brake lever replacement. Yeah, it improves it. All it does is makes a spongy brake feel still spongy, but with less sponge, as in less travel in the brake movement. But other than that, it's not a massive changer. I know a lot of people will go and alter the back brake pads. I'm worried about it. I just wanted to reduce some of the travel, get a little bit more feel, and it does do that, but it's not a miracle. Well, it's not a miracle cure, I should say. Right, moving right along under the bags. I've actually got the Moscow Reckless 80s at home. Tried them on once, too big for me. So I found the 40s have been spot on. I'm not going to go into how I pack them, but basically the heavier stuff in the lower sections on both sides. The only difference that I have changed, I have added recently, and I'm glad I did, is a 30-litre roll top bag, which is actually can double as a backpack, and I actually used it last night for my camera gear. I took the standard pull-in pegs off and basically made these little brackets up just to give the Moscow somewhere to fix to. Simple, and it works. Tent pole tube, that's a great idea, great addition. This side, the giant loop bag again, pretty much got first aid kit and jump starter, and that's about it in there. What can I say? Zumo XT, it speaks for itself. A fantastic unit, never let me down. I didn't do anything to the front suspension except for adjust the clickers. For my weight, it seems just about spot on. The rear, I did go heavier rear spring, but other than that, nothing else has been changed. And now, I mucked around with a couple of different sizes. I think in the end, don't quote me here, I think I went to an 85 Newton metre. And basically, with the preload wound all the way out, that's just about spot on. With just me riding it, but with the gear on it, I think 4 to 5 clicks in, and it's just about spot on. I literally haven't touched it on the whole ride. The one finger clutch lever, definitely an improvement over the standard. Again, not a must have, but it does give you a longer, or it feels like a longer feel to the clutch and a more controlled feel, and definitely lighter. And you have the option of moving along the linkage to suit how you want it to be. I should have mentioned, it's got the Arrow exhaust on it. Does it give you any more performance? No. Does it sound better? Yes. Is it lighter? Yes. Right, and down here, we've got one of the, it's a little bit like the brake lever. Does it make any improvements? Yeah, I think it does. It's a Race Torx. I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically, it's a thing that bolts on here that stops the flex in the actual gear selector shaft. And it does make a slight improvement, I think, in the downshifting. The funny thing is, you probably put it on, don't notice much difference. You take it off and you probably will, and I think that's more the scenario. It's definitely not a must-have, but yeah, I can't say it's made it any worse. I think most people would agree that changing the foot pegs is a must. These are a little bit wider, both in length and width. To me, just about spot on. I can't even remember what brand, and just basically get what suits you, but definitely better than the stock ones. When I start going through this, I realise how many things I have changed. The Kamini heated grips, really good. They're integrated. The controls are actually in the handle, so you don't have this extra little thing you've got to find space for. Changed the brake and clutch levers. I think they're just AliExpress specials, but they do have the adjustment for the lever position, which I do like. I've left the standard mirrors. They're fine. I actually like the look of them and they function well. I think everyone knows what bark busters are. They're a must-have on these sorts of bikes. It's up to you what actual plastic cover size you use. While I'm down here, I should have mentioned the aluminium bash plate. What brand you go for is up to you, to be honest with you, as long as you've got something more than the factory one. But this one has done me well. In behind here is the brains of the whole electrical system. It's called an amp link, and something that I actually see on a lot of forums for the Teneres and that, the guys trying to do wiring and that to them, the risks that you have associated with the way you wire some things into the Tenere and possible damage to your ECU is quite high. This amp link, I'd suggest looking them up. What it is basically electronic switchboard. You don't need a fuse to control stuff like your Zumo XT, your driving lights, or whatever accessories you want. It's a game changer. So look it up, amp link. It's an electronic fuse board basically. Definitely worth investing in my opinion. It gives you the control for negative switching, positive switching, and this is where I see a lot of issues. I am in the electrical game, so I do understand it quite well. Your switching to your headlights is negative controlled, and with this you can basically do it as it should be done with full protection to your ECU. So if you're looking into doing it properly, look up AmpLink. I have no affiliation with them, but it's a good product. Funny thing is, I thought, oh, there's only a few things that bolted on. When you actually start going through and itemising everything individually, you realise how much you've actually put on. But all it's done is made a great bike even better. And I can't speak highly enough of this Tenere 700. Had it for a few years, and so far it's been ultra reliable. Well, as the sun goes down on another adventure, I hope you've enjoyed this series of videos. I've certainly enjoyed the trip and certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. I hope it motivates you to get on your bike, get on the two wheels, and just have your own adventure. And if you've enjoyed this series of videos, a thumbs up is always appreciated. And if you want to see more, become a subscriber and you won't miss out. So thanks again for watching. See you next time.